Hi, beautiful Capricorns, and thank you for joining me. I did receive an email from Amy. This will be for not just you, but for all Capricorns. So we are through into the Lionsgate portal here, and I received an email asking how to manifest through the portal. Lots of visualizations, guys. Mantras, journaling, basking in the sun, tuning into the sun, which is in your soul, connecting to the moon, the stars, getting lots of sunlight, practicing mantras like what is it that you're trying. Be grateful. It's mostly being in the attitude of gratitude and being grateful for the blessings in your life. Being grateful, tune into the sun, the moon, the stars, journal and focus in. Meditation really helps. Visualizations. Find a quiet, calm place, hopefully outside in the sun, and connect to your inner light, connect to your sun within you, and connect to the sun and visualize peace, happiness, harmony, prosperity. And also go out and look at the moon, look at the stars if you're in an area that you can, and just feel connected. Feel connection to the universe is the most powerful way of trying to manifest blessings into your life. But the biggest one is to give thanks and be in the attitude of gratitude for the blessings. Count them and give thanks for the blessings, whatever those blessings are. The blessings of your home, the blessings of your body, the blessings of your mind, the blessings of your health, the blessings of your family, your children. Name them. Name them all the things you're grateful for. And that is the biggest way to connect yourself, your spirit, to the elements, connect to the universe. Connectedness is what it's all about. And being grateful, that is the number one thing. Giving thanks for the blessings you have already received in your life is the most powerful way to manifest. Forgiveness. Those that have wronged you, those that have hurt you, and let it, release it to the universe. And even if you're at a place where it is still difficult, ask to be shown how to forgive those that have harmed you. And that is the most powerful way of manifestation tools. And journaling, it's a series of events that have happened and occurred in your life experiences, giving gratitude for those life experiences, for the joys. Remember all the joyful things that you have to be grateful for, whether that's a memory of like your children or your parents or your siblings or your family or your job or the beautiful things that have occurred to you in your life. And be content, feeling content with what the universe has already provided for you. And I can't think of any. I used to personally write down on paper all my gratitude list. I used to tape it to my window that faced the sun, the moon, the stars, and just giving thanks for protection, loving kindness, gentleness, being at peace and harmony and content with your current circumstances. The universe already knows what you need. They already know what it is you're desiring. But it is to give thanks for those blessings. Give thanks for the spirit of forgiveness. Give thanks for the all the good stuff that's already happened to you. That is the best way of manifesting now. There are, if you Google how to manifest during the Lionsgate portal, it'll give you a whole rundown of things that you can do to increase your manifestations. Videos, music, mantras, journaling. And you'll get a whole rundown of different ways and means, different mantras that you can do. So I hope that helps you out there, guys. Let's find out. Capricorn energy. Capricorn. Capricorn. Like I pray every day, guys. I give thanks every day for peace, harmony, protection. Thanks for looking after me, looking after my family, blessing me with wisdom, health, peace. Thanking for my home, my possessions, the well-being of others around me. Thanking the universe for protecting me throughout my life. And I will actually recall certain events of when I actually knew the presence of the universe was with me, protecting me. I'll bring those up. I will sit and have a conversation actually with the universe. I do it every morning. Sometimes at evening as well. Sometimes randomly during the day, whenever I feel the urge. Like, Spirit will give you clues, like random things just come into your head and say them aloud. You know what I mean? Or you get urges. You'll feel the urge to go for a midnight walk, or to go out and look up at the stars. Do it and give thanks. Mother healing. Hearing guidance. Like I said, you will be guided. You'll be guided. It's those senses, those urges, that deep knowing. Okay, I feel like going to a certain area, or I feel like going outside for a walk. Go do it. Just sit and breathe, smell the fresh air, get the sun on your face, look up at the moon and the stars, and just like, we're always guided, we're always protected. Thank you for the planets. Thank you for being a universe. Thank you for there's something bigger in control of us than what we can control. Freeing the threads of connection. Recovery into grace. You are an earth warrior. There's no question about it, Capricorn. Endings are for beginnings. Peaceful prosperity. What is your soul telling you that you need? Is it healing? Then ask the universe for that healing energy. Thanking the universe for the healing energy. If it's to cut cords, then ask for that. If it is to recover from something, ask for that. You need, especially you Capricorns, because you're earth signs, you need to connect to Mother Nature, water, elements, wind, trees, earth. These are all things that ground you. These are all things that you are deeply connected to. If it is forgiveness, if it's for recovery, be graceful. Be at peace. Be at harmony with yourself. And if you're finding that you're having a difficult time, you'll be urged, if you really meditate and you just clear your mind, you'll get certain visualizations and feel certain urges that the universe is asking you to do. Do them. I feel like going for a walk with my feet on the grass, do it. I feel like going for a midnight walk, do it. If you feel like I just want to sit down in the sun and let it radiate on your body, do it. If you just want to go swimming or float in a bathtub, do it. Anything that connects you to the earth, the elements, visualizations, trees, waves. Listen to soothing relaxation tapes like water, wind, the crackling of a fire, nature, trees. You know how you can hear the wind blow through the trees and stuff like that will really, really help you to calm yourself, to relax enough to do your meditations or listen to these things while you're meditating. This is peaceful prosperity. Giving thanks for being prosperous. Thank you, Spirit, for everything that you have provided to me to this date. Thank you for everything that you have provided and for the things that are to come. You'll get a lot of ideas when you Google it, guys. I can feel the calm. I feel the calmness. So you will hear guidance. You'll hear it. If you just tune out the outside noise and tune in to the elements. You may be carrying a lot of emotional weight around. Ask for that to be released. I surrender this emotional burden. I surrender it to you. Help me to heal. Help me to forgive. Help me to thank you for forgiveness, the spirit of forgiveness, whatever it is, guys, you're trying to do. And manifest the future. So also visualize what you want your future to look like. No, Spirit's not going to come down. I mean, it's really rare that you're going to get like $1 million dropped in your bank account, although that has happened before. but visualize how you want your future to look like. Smiles on people's faces, greens, seeing the grass, seeing all those things. Visualize what you want your future to look like. Because some of you are engaging with fears and with doubts. And if this is fear and doubt, you need to release it. Ask the universe. Say it. These are your mantras. Spirit, I am manifesting my future. Here is what it looks like. Say it aloud. I am releasing my fears and my doubts to you because I know that they need to go and I know they are not for my higher good. Say it aloud. Write it down. Journal it. Whatever you got to do. And be aware of the cosmic influences. The stars, the moon, the sun. Express your artistic creativity. What does this look like to you? Draw it. Get pictures of it. This is what I would like my future to look like. This is what I would like my environment to look like. This is what I want to see, but also give thanks for those things that you have already received and for the future things you are yet to receive, and give thanks for that. Realizing that empathy as an evolution, not a revolution. An evolution. I know this is for my higher good. I know that this is what I want in its visualizing how you want yourself to be like, look like. I visualize people's smiles on their face. Look at all the people that I can help. Look at all the things that I yet have to accomplish, want to accomplish, things I want to be into being, and visualize it. Visualization is a master tool to manifestations. I used to do this when I was a teenager. I think I was about 13 or 14 years old. And I wrote out an entire list of what I wanted to accomplish by the time I was 40 years old. Seriously. And I've accomplished almost all of those goals. Because my intent was pure. Like, I wasn't sitting there going, I want to do this, I want to have this, I want to have $1 million, although that was on my list. It was, I'm going to be real. But it was not just that I wanted $1 million. Why did I want that $1 million? Why did I want it? I was never alone in that. I wanted it to help other people. I wanted it to do that so that I could assist my loved ones and the people around me that I cared for. Yeah. And by the time I was 40, I was a millionaire. And I know that finances are fluid. So I kept true to my word. I did use that money to help a lot of people. Lots of them. And people said to me, why are you helping so many people? You're going to go broke helping people. And I'm like, How's that possible? I wouldn't have got the $1 million in the first place if I had ill intent. So with good intent, you can recover whatever you think that you have lost. Money is fluid. So I know that the more that you try to hold on to something, the further away it gets. So you got to be willing to release it. Okay, so I made $1 million and I decided to use that money to help a lot of people in my life. A lot. And no, I didn't keep the $1 million, but I sure helped a lot of people with it for good purposes and good intents. Guys, I had a business, a thriving business, and it happened to be a hotel. So I would get people coming in, you know, my vehicle broke down, I've got nowhere to go, I can't afford a hotel room. There's a single mom with 3 kids who's got locked out of the house, escaping an abusive relationship. Yes, I'm not turning people down. God gave me this money, so I'm going to use that money to help other people. And that's basically what I did with my money, helping people in need. An old man, comes into the hotel and is from a different country and is traveling, and his wife is stuck in, this case could have been Alaska, for example, and vehicle is broke down, needs a new engine, can't, paid for the few nights, but he didn't plan on staying as long as he did, but he's a senior citizen. I'm not turning a senior citizen away because they can't pay. I went over and prepared him meals, gave him what I had, drove him to the dealership. My son went in with me, fought for him to, they were getting their run around. They were charging him for thousands of dollars for a brand new engine that he didn't need. Stuff like that. I did a lot of stuff like that. And then I never worried about money. I never worried about it. I knew that I would be provided for. And, all those good deeds that you do, not knowing why, but just listening, turns out to come back and bless you tenfold. You know what I'm saying? Everything you lose is fluid. It'll come back when you need it. In mysterious ways. Just being observant and being creative and listening to what your guides are telling you to do. I'm not saying that everybody should go out and be some charity case or nothing like that, but charity is part of that. It is. Donating your unused or your usable items to charity. Helping that person, acts of kindness. And feeling good about it. It's an evolution. We're evolving beings. And being empathetic. Empathy is one of your greatest gifts, Capricorn. Don't regret being empathic. Don't regret helping that person. Don't be in regret. If you gave someone money and they burnt you and they didn't repay you, forgive them. And realize maybe they needed it more than you did. God will provide another means. And trust it. It's trusting your intuition and trusting yourself and being very grateful for the wonderful things. Don't keep bringing up how hard it is. Don't bring up, you know, what the government's doing. Don't bring up what's going on in the news. I absolutely turn off the news. I don't watch the news. I don't want to know all the bad things going on. I want to know all the good things going on. And some people say that that's naive, but I would rather think about all the good things and tune in to my little world than to tune into a bunch of mayhem. I'm just saying, those are things that I do to manifest. Open to dreams and visions. Be open. Open yourself up to dream. What do you want your future to look like? And visualize it. If you're an artist, draw it. If you're not an artist, then go get, tape it all over your fridge, all over your house. Reminders to yourself, your bathroom mirror. Oh yeah, that's why I get up to work every day. That's why I keep doing what I'm doing. It's little reminders. Physical activity is another way to increase. Going for walks. Physical activity, but not just, you know, hardcore exercising where you burn yourself out. But actually take that time while you're exercising to visualize why you're doing what you're doing. Focus in on your breathing. Focus in on, you could listen to mantras while you exercise, or listen it's all personal growth. Key 1, forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself and those who have harmed you. It sounds cliche, but there is nothing that'll keep you from manifesting what you want more than unforgiveness. Forgiveness. And if you're struggling with forgiveness, then tell the universe, I am struggling with forgiveness. Please show me how to reach a point of forgiveness in my life. You are human. You're earth warriors, but you're not infallible. You know what I'm saying? Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for things that you think that you should have done, could have done, would have done differently. Don't have regrets. Connect to your environment. And this is an individual journey. Individually, what do you want to accomplish for your own life journey? Not individually, what do you want to accomplish? Where do you want to see yourself? This is financial discipline. It's about fluidity. Perseverance. Know that you'll get through whatever life. God only gives you what you can handle. He'll never give you more. And realize that. It's like the number one thing that'll keep you from manifesting is unforgiveness. And complaining. If you complain about money, it's sending the wrong message to the universe. It's sending the message to the universe that you are in lack and you cannot manifest in a lack mentality. So you give thanks for being able to pay your bills. You give thanks for paying your mortgage or your taxes or whatever. Just keep giving thanks. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. And visualize a happy outcome. Visualize yourself happy, content, and I'll be okay. I know that I'll be assisted. You've assisted me how many years now, God? They're not going to dump you on your head. Visualize a happy outcome, a happy ending, a content ending. Thank you, because I can see that in the end I'm going to be happy and content and I'll be okay. I'm going to be fine. I will have enough to pay my bills. I will have enough to cover my costs. And I'm going to have a happy outcome to this story, and keep visualizing it, whatever that happiness is to you. Capricorn. Capricorn. Contentment. The bird's nest. I want to be able to provide for myself and my household and my siblings or my young ones. This is building a nest egg. And know that how does a bird know when they got to feed their young? Your father and your mother in heaven, Father and Mother Universe, know when you are asking, knows when you're hungry, knows when you need fed. And it is the things that you feed your body, the things that you feed your thoughts that help you to manifest. I visualize it. This is the bird's nest. And this is the journey. And this is the divine physician. The garden. Intricacies and industries. Is it your job? Visualize it. Take time to really take this time out to look at the garden. If you have a garden, go out and really look at it. Examine it. And see how the universe has carefully constructed that. It's weird, guys. Really look up close and take the time out to smell the roses. This is 5 of Cups. No regrets. No remorse. This is acceptance. Accepting, look, I'm going to go walk out into my yard. And I'm going to visualize how I want my yard to be. I'm actually going to get the tape measure out and I'm going to measure out where I want my garden to be. And I'm going to take the time out and I am going to enjoy what I already have. And talk to those things. I see a little girl here out in the garden with magnifying glass looking up close at the butterflies. And if you'll notice, this is architecture and industry. So visualize it. Architect. Write a plan. Write a journal. What you want your life to be like in the future. And connect with the environment. Get out in the yard. Look, this person's out in the yard in their bare feet. There's a little girl here beside them, actually with a magnifying glass, looking close up at a flower and looking close up at a butterfly. How does spirit know that butterflies needs wings to fly? And realize that everything has been perfectly orchestrated. Like, seriously, I've been examining this stuff lately, and like, how intricate. We are so intricately designed. We truly are. Like, if you look at our chromosomes in our body, it's all on threads. It's all like little, you know, neutrons and molecules. We are made up intricately, precisely, magnificently. I mean, what a better physician is that? Like, seriously, who made us? You know what I mean? If God can make the heavens, the stars, the moon, the sun, have explicit chromosomes and molecules with the exact number in our bodies to make us walk, our heart pump, our oxygen go through our lungs, do you not think that the divine physician cannot heal anything that you need healed? Scrolls, scrolls, scrolls. Look at that light energy all around you. Like, this is the divine physician, which in this case is Jesus, right? You know what I'm saying? The healer of all healers. I mean, the maker of all makers. Knows perfectly well, you know, how does a bird know how to make a bird's nest? How did that get so perfect, like a flower unfolding? And the intricacy of it all. Imagine, like, we take it for granted, right? Oh, there's some flowers, or there's a butterfly, or there's a human being. I mean, we were constructed of like electrons and molecules and cells, and hey, spirit don't make junk, okay? Knows exactly what you need. And all you have to do is accept those things that you will be provided for. As cliche as it sounds, it is that simple. Thank you for designing me the way you designed me. Thank you for the gifts that you've already bestowed onto me. You guys are amazing energies. Like, seriously, what you ask, what father would not give to their child? Okay? And the best way to manifest is through laughter. Be at peace. Be at harmony. Because if you're busy being in regret or busy being sad, you know, you're either busy living or you're busy dying. It's one of the two. So get busy living and get busy with your, get excited about your future. Get excited about, you're going to build this, you know. Spirit knows what you need to build a nest. Spirit knows that you got to provide for these people in the nest. And no parent would deny their children food. So be thankful for those things. You've managed to eat all these years. You've managed to be housed. You've managed to give thanks for all those things. It's seriously that easy. Water, reflect, look at the moon, Connect to the moon, connect to the stars around the moon, the clouds. Appreciate that everything has been built intricately. It's not just some person slammed together a human being or slammed together. Nature is perfect. I never even knew this. Like, if you dissect a banana, it comes in 3 sections. Perfectly molded together. It does. If you separate a banana at its veins, you'll break it into 3 pieces. It'll come apart in 3 sections. The simplest thing on this earth is architected. And so is your life. And that's what it's saying. And if it is not for you, it's not going to remain. But just trust, the great physician. They built you. You know what I'm saying? There was no mistake there. Get out in the grass. Get out in the yard. It sounds cliche, but it works. Get down and actually examine what's going on in the garden. Whoa, there's new buds on that plant or that tree. You know what I mean? Like, really take time to appreciate nature. Trees give you such awesome energy. It's unbelievable. Like old growth forests. Oh my God. You walk into those forests, something changes and you don't know what it is. You just change. It's like you become a different creature. Because it's like Capricorn. Persevere. See? There's some sadness here. There's some kind of guilt or sadness or shame. There's no place for that in manifesting. Be strong. Be courageous. Be powerful. Visualize. Visualize. Dream. What are you dreaming about? What are you visualizing about? So there's some kind of defensive energy here. This is mother energy. There could have been healing, healing wounds. This is an offering. And maybe somebody, maybe you've gone through a tower or a sudden ending or something shocking. But realize that empathy is for evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot manifest when you're in this energy. You cannot. You cannot manifest when you're in victim mentality. You cannot manifest when you're in unforgiving energy or regrets, carrying regrets around and victim mentality. And you cannot manifest this way. It pushes your blessings away. It pushes it away. Somebody may have, cheated on you or stolen from you or mistreated you somehow. Forgive them. And realize that they've cheated themselves out of a blessing. For real. This is selfishness. This is arrogance. This is self. All about self. Me, me, me. And realize it's the universe. When someone hurts you, they're hurting themselves. When someone hurts you, they hurt themselves. Visualize joy, peace, harmony, growth. Visualize it. This is spiritual growth and evolution here. So that's what's got somebody stuck here. Visualize your future as happy, confident, strong, loving, empathy. Think of all the things and the people you love and care about, and think positive thoughts. It's as crappy and corny as that. It's simple. See the smiles on your face. Tell a joke. Laughter is the best way to manifest. Laughter, a good, hard laugh. It changes the endorphins in your body. It changes this ugliness. This is ugly. Yeah. Visualize yourself as confident, strong. You're worth it. And tell yourself, because you are worth it, I want this because I'm worthy of it. I want this because I deserve it. I'm worthy of it. It's my God-given inherent right to provide for my family, to provide for myself, to have love in my life, to have joy and peace and happiness in my life. I deserve it. I'm worth it. God made me, designed me to have it. So you're claiming your inherent right. Really? Defeated attitude. Get away. Rejoice, celebrate, have fun. You know what I'm saying? Visualize yourself rejoicing, celebrating. Oh, I got this new job. I got this new house. Oh, you're worth it. That's why. You deserve it. That's how come. God didn't design you to suffer on the earth. He designed you to rejoice in life. Designed you. You are worth it. You know, like you're the kids of God. Yeah, there's no father or mother that would not bless their children or bless their life. If they could give it to them, they would give it to them. See, this is pain, suffering, suffering, suffering. Oh my God. You cannot manifest in that energy. You cannot. Insecurities. Depression. Get together with people and laugh and have fun. People take life way too seriously, like way too seriously. It's like, what's the difference? If you got no money, you may as well laugh at it than cry over it. I'm serious. I mean, you're not getting, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is until it changes. So there's no point of being depressed and woe begotten, and that will not help you manifest. What will? Laughter, positivity, being around people who make you laugh, having a good joke, tell a good joke, listen to funny videos, listen, uplift your energy. No, don't dwell on the hurts, don't dwell on the pain, don't dwell on the suffering. Don't do it. Fighting, arguing, what's going on here? Let it go and let God. That's that simple. I cannot change the things in other people, but I can make a change in me. I can choose to be happy despite whatever's going on in my life. I can choose to have a positive outlook, or I can choose to have a negative outlook of things, my circumstances, whatever. I choose. I choose to be happy. I choose to be in the attitude of gratitude. I choose. It's a choice. Independence, perseverance. If someone rejected me, if someone hurt me, it was likely for my higher good. That person was not meant to be in my life in the first place. This is a negative aspect, a negative outlook. Get out, enjoy the moon, the stars, just like the moon lights your path. Everything, life doesn't stop because it turns dark. You know what I mean? It doesn't. So much goes on in the dark. Like how do the fish travel in the night? How do they, stuff is going on under the moon all the time. Connect to the moon, connect to the sun, connect to the stars. Resentment and anger is not going to do it. It keeps you unbalanced, unstable. Keeps you like, nope. I don't know. This is creativity. Just keep working. You know what I mean? Working for success. Know that what you're doing will turn into a success. The sun, the moon, and the stars are here. So you're earth warriors. You need to connect to those elements. There's no point in worrying. Stress never got anybody anywhere. It's a negative mindset. I'm sorry, it is. Visualize your future happiness, how you want it to be. Visualize, a partner that makes you happy. Whatever that is, whether you're single or whether you're with someone, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be provided for. You're going to be okay. But that's how to manifest. You cannot manifest in this energy. You will just keep going over it and over it and over it. You need to release negative people, places, and situations. You do. Then it's like there's that golden opportunity. This is hold your head up. Look toward the future. Look how bright your future is. I don't care what's happened in the past. That's evolution. This is looking to the future. Keep your chin up. Look at the bright future you're going to have. Somebody needs to release this heavy burden. I don't know. Stability, joy, family life. What makes you happy? And visualize that. This is because you deserve it, because you're worthy of it, because you're worthy of it, and nothing more. Speak those affirmations. Say that. Well, you know what? I am worthy to receive this new opportunity. I am worthy to live a life of where I don't have to worry where my next paycheck is coming from, or if I'm going to have enough to survive. You look toward the future. You see your future bright. You see and visualize and know that you're worthy of it. That's why. Don't allow dark thoughts, a what went wrong, a what could go wrong, or what might be. Just be. You're going to be provided for. The universe loves you enough, knows you're deserving, knows you're worthy. This is claiming it. Because I'm a child of the divine, if no other reason. I'm a child of the universe. I am abundant. I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy of a happy ever after. I am worthy to be treated with respect, dignity, and honor. I deserve it. I'm worthy of it. And it isn't out there. It's today. Manifest it. The portal is here. The portal keeper is here. Tell yourself, because you're worthy of it, because you deserve it, because you are a child of the Most High. This is your inherent God-given right here on this earth. This is change. This is the wheel of fortune. This is the difference of being able to manifest and not being able to manifest. Changing one's mindset, the way that they view things, the way that they think, the whole bit. You have all the tools, Spirit is saying, to manifest whatsoever it is that you would like. But visualization and telling yourself, because you deserve it. You're worthy of it. That the truth. And speak it. Don't focus in on this. Don't do it. Forgive. Somebody hurt you, forgive them. That's on them, not on you. Somebody hurt you, don't carry that the rest of your life. Forgive them. If someone has hurt you, forgive them. Not for them, but for yourself. Don't hold on to it. You got to release it. Let go. even if they're your enemies. Just, you're not in control of them. The only person you can control is yourself and your thoughts. You cannot control the thoughts and the minds of other people. That's on them. Don't be your worst own enemy. That is what Spirit is saying. Do not become your worst own enemy. Misery loves company. If someone has hurt you, let them be miserable in their own life. Don't let it affect your life. Could be your closest friends. You know, when you get together with a bunch of people that are talking shit and complaining and being damn ass miserable and talking about everything that ever did go wrong and could go wrong, and you listen to it all the time, if you listen to positive people and friendly people and people who are positive and people who celebrate it's easier to be around people who are laughing and joking than miserable all the time. And somebody is around somebody who's miserable all the time. Somebody may have a healthy obsession with you, putting negative thoughts or energy into your head. Distance yourself. Do the things that make you happy. Indulge yourself. Pamper yourself. Take a break. Distance yourself. Take a vacation. Do the things that make you happy. And if they don't like it, that's too bad for them. Oh, who wants these negative energies? Not me. Advice now for Capricorn. When you're an empath, okay, you attract a lot of positive people and a lot of negative people. But you cannot control the thoughts of others, but don't fall into their negativity. And sometimes you just can't be around it. I cannot. Yeah, sometimes you gotta cut people off. Misery likes company. Okay, now look. So somebody could be holding a grudge. Maybe a friend. Maybe someone from your past. Maybe some bullshit went on. Let it go. This is, think about your manifestations and keep your thoughts vibrant. Keep thinking about prosperity. Think about your abundance. Think about all the things you could do with these finances. Think about all the things you could do in your life and achieve in your life. These are goals. Set your goals. Keep thinking about your goals. Dream. Don't stress. Do not worry. Block those thoughts. Somebody is sending you negative thoughts. Negative people, misery likes company. Don't listen to them. Just make yourself happy is all you got to do to manifest. And it's a practice that you get into. You just don't do it through the portal. You do it before the portal. Every day you set your mantras. You don't have to be perfect or nothing. You know what I mean? We're all human. We all have emotions. We all have feelings. But, talk realistically. Like, you guys are realistic people. Okay, some of you are not even spiritual, okay? And that's fine. But positivity, you hear all this, oh, I don't want to hear about posy when the world is doing this and the world is doing that. And the world is like this and the world is like that. My mom always used to say you can make your heaven on earth or your hell on earth. The choice is yours. Yes, that will always exist. It's always existed. So has a lot of positive things, and so have a lot of good things, and so have a lot of like miracles right before our eyes, and we're so busy we don't even see them. It passes you by because you're so somebody's, you know what I mean? You cannot focus on all the crap, because if you did, you'll drive yourself nuts, for one thing. It's like, you know, you can only change what you can change. You cannot change the way other people, what people do, don't do, say, don't say. Capricorn, focus on the things that make you happy. Visualize your future and what you want it to look like, because it's a bright one. But it's not enough for me to tell you. Like, for example, last night I had the urge, you know, in the middle of the night basically, to go outside, walk down to my little beach here and just stare at the water glistening with the moonlight on the water. And I listen and I listen and I listen. I listen to what's going on around me in the trees, and it tunes into other senses when you're still quiet and you just hear nothing. You just listen. It changes your vibrations. It really does. I felt like I just start to do stuff as I feel like it. Okay? And what makes me happy? I don't know. I'm still good to a lot of people and stuff, but I also do what's good for me to do. Things that make me happy. I don't want to be around a bunch of negative people. For number one, I get headaches from it now, right away. That's my body telling me, get away from these people. Sometimes you gotta be rude, and sometimes you just gotta be like, holy crap, knock it off. I can't stand this shit. My dad used to do that all the time. The older you get, the worse it gets too, I swear. It does. It's like you just lose this. Your patience level goes down for bullshit. It does. It really does. You just like, gotta go. Thanks for the visit. Gotta go. It's a practice. It takes time to practice that. But the more you practice it, the better it gets. Like, seriously. And it's not just enough to pray. You gotta take action on it. You gotta practice what you're preaching. Like, you know, if I find myself sad, or if I find myself depressed, or if I find myself, it's up to me to do something about it. It's up to me to change it. It's up to me to make the change, because I can't change other people. You know that. They're going to be the way they are because that's the way they are. Misery likes company. Gossip, rumor, you know, people hating on you and hating on your spiritual gifts, or hating on what you have or who you are. They're miserable. They're miserable, miserable individuals who don't know how to be happy. Because they don't. If they knew how, they would be. But those happy people, I'm going to be real with you. There's very few people that like being around happy people. They don't. If they're miserable, they don't want to be around somebody happy. They don't. They can't stand it. That's my experience with it. When you're around miserable people, they can't stand being happy. They can't stand being around someone who's happy. They'd be like, what's wrong with you? You know? You think you're better than other people? They got all the nastiness to say. Well, looks like they're real happy. Do the opposite of what they're doing. Put it to you that way. Do the opposite of whatever they're doing. Do the opposite. I'm not saying you gotta go around like, you know, a heavy spiritualist or something like that, but just, it's common sense to appreciate, like, you got out of bed today. You got a job to go to, or you've got a roof over your head. It sounds cliche, but it is the truth. It's that simple. We all get down. We all get in those moods, and we all experience stuff. I mean, we all do. And empaths usually have more pain and suffering than anybody else on the planet Earth. But that shouldn't have to change how you love people, or how you love yourself, or you love the people around you. There's a lot of good people around you too. Recognize those people. Give thanks for those people, because they don't come along every day. I love you guys. I just told you you're good folk. I tell you every day you're good folk. I tell you every day how precious you are to the universe. Believe it, and it shall manifest. Why can't you have it? Why can't you have a happy ending? Why can't you have financial stability? You're entitled to it. It's your God-given right. Claim it. It's mine. I deserve it. Not by anything that I did, but by He who sent me did. He who made me did. You know. Your inherent gift is from your Father, the Divine. It's that simple, but those who will believe it, and those who don't, and that's all there is to it. Write a gratitude list. It'll sure remind you in a hurry how lucky and blessed you truly are. Take care.